Valdosta, our City of Valdosta podcast, and I'm Shara Denton, your host for today. And we are honored to have our new fire and life safety educator, Tessa, with us today. Hi, Tessa.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful. And Tessa, what a lot of people don't know, we go way back. So
We do. Like 15 years.
Oh, it's been that long.
I think so,
oh,
yeah.
Gosh. We're getting old, man. But with that being said, I wanted you to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and what led you to this position in the fire department.
Without, being long-winded. So I come from a really big family. And I learned at a very early age, I was taught that helping others should come before just about anything else. And then the older I became, I started exploring different career opportunities. And my husband, most of my siblings are first responders or in the military. Mm-hmm. So I used to work with you. It is. I think it was kind of inevitable. But I eventually started working with victims of sexual assault and different crimes at times. So, it kind of just brought me back around after owning my own business for a while and then wanting to go back into working for, service in the community. So
that is your personality too. A lot of what I'm sure the fire department's already learned about you.
Yeah.
She likes to jump out there and help all the time. That's just her nature. She's just naturally like that. So, you're really and if you want to expand on it more, being in a family atmosphere, transitioning into another family atmosphere. How has that been for you?
Really good. Better than expected, if I'm being honest. So my husband has been with the fire department for roughly 8 years now. Okay. And he loves it. His crew and everyone that's working around him has become a lot like our family. Mm-hmm. And I've become friends with the other, firefighters and their wives. So when I saw the position and applied for it and was accepted and started, everyone has been so welcoming and they want you to succeed at what you're doing. They give you the tools necessary to do it, and they're there for you if you have questions or need something along the way.
So you're right at home.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So with you, you're still new in the role. What is your vision for how you want to impact the city of Valdosta or the community as a whole?
At first, I thought I had a vision, and then I got in there and realized we actually offer so much more than what people realize. Mm-hmm. And that now has become my vision and my goal. I don't think that everyone in the community realizes that we're trying to get out and do a fall prevention program for senior citizens. Mm-hmm. We're doing the junior fire marshal programs in the schools, the city schools, and I want to build that back up because there are some things that when COVID started, it kind of weakened some of those programs and kind of put, a ceiling on things because you couldn't do a whole lot. Right. So I want to build those programs back up and really make sure that the community knows about the different things that we do offer, with the smoke alarms, going in and testing them and helping replace those that are needed for free to people in the city. Yeah.
What are some essential fire safety tips you like every household to know in general? There
are so many common household tips. Every situation is definitely going to be different than the next. So, but statistically and just things that we have seen, over the years in our community that would help families in these communities is focusing on making sure if you are in the kitchen cooking that you're paying attention to it, that you're keeping those pot handles turned to the back of your stove so your kid can't run by and bump it.
You're staying near it.
Right. Staying near it, observing, just don't leave it unattended. Definitely don't go take a nap, accidentally if you're really tired. Just maybe not even cook anything if you're really tired. Right. Go pick up fast food. Making sure that you have working smoke alarms in your home. And that is something that we can assist with. If you are in the city and you don't know if your smoke alarm works, we can help you test it. We can replace it if it needs to be replaced. Not leaving lit candles unattended. Making sure that you have a fire extinguisher
and know how to use it.
And know how to use it because a lot of people don't. And if you've never read those instructions and you're in a hurry and there's a fire in your home, you may be so frazzled that you can't read and comprehend those instructions and do it correctly. Right. Knowing how to escape your home if there is a fire.
Escape plan.
a lot of people don't think about having an escape plan in their own home. They think about the schools and the businesses, hospitals. But it's important to know that you have 2 ways out of every room in your house.
Right.
Whether it's a window and a door, 2 doors, whatever the case may be, that you know what you're going to do if a fire breaks out.
I always think about, I don't know if you ever watched This Is Us, but there's a scene where they're coming out the house fire and then everyone's kind of like, they're not sure who's out the house and who, if the dog made it, things of that nature.
So, yes. And we talk about, I've been talking about it with children, especially when we have them come into the demo trailer and we have this trivia that we do, and it talks about getting out of the house and staying out. That you absolutely, for no reason, need to go back into a home that is on fire. So you have an outside meeting place. And once you get there, if you're the only one there, then you wait until other people arrive. You don't go back in. You don't leave that outside meeting place, because then the other people might come around and be looking for you and put themselves in danger trying to find you. So you definitely stay put, wait for emergency crews. Hopefully you don't have to worry about that, but it's good to know. Right.
And I mentioned a movie just because I remember, like, growing up, I woke up to a kitchen fire, and I put I don't know where I got this from, but I grabbed a towel without wetting it and I just threw it on the stove, and it just made everything worse.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like 8 years old, but still, like, had we made a plan,
right,
then maybe that wouldn't have happened.
Right. And I did not think about this until recently, really, because I'm learning a lot of the new curriculum, the new ideas and things that we're teaching people to be safe and things to keep in mind in the kitchen. But having a flat pan close by, say your pot lid is broken or you've lost it, if you have a flat pan nearby that you can put over that pot if it starts flaming up so that the grease doesn't splatter everywhere, that's a good way to smother a fire quickly. But in any event, if there are flames and you can't get them out quickly, 911 is the best option. Right. Our firefighters, one of them actually just told a student this morning, we're not going to be mad if you call us.
Right.
Do not hesitate to call. If there are flames and you can't immediately put it out and it's spreading, don't fight it. Just call 911 immediately. They respond within a couple of minutes most times, and let them do their job.
Well, our fire department, I will say, is very impressive. I would say that. I mean, I'm a little biased, but
I'm impressed. I gotta
but
say.
They do. I had an incident. I think that was last year, and they were there within seconds. And it really impressed me. Like, I called, and the lady stayed on the phone with me. She walked me through the process, and I'm up here like, oh my God, there's a fire. It was totally like just. It wasn't as big as I made it sound, I guess, but in the moment you don't realize that, and so you don't know. And they were so sweet about it. They're so patient, and it came quickly. And so I think we're very blessed to have that in our community, a fire department that responds so fast.
Absolutely. I think a lot of it too is that these men and women, they take pride in the community. They wouldn't still be working there if they didn't.
They really care.
They do. They really care. And, they don't care what type of home it is. They don't care what type of car accident it is. They're there, and they're going to put 150% into making sure that they handle it the right way. And you're going to know that it's not just a job to them by the time they leave.
And you can tell in the work that they do.
You can.
Well, Tessa, is there anything else you want to add, kind of bragging rights about the fire department you want to include before we...
Oh, man.
So many.
So I have family working for the city and the county. And
okay.
I'm super, super proud of all of them. I do have to say, though, that, the Valdosta Fire Department, they blow me away. They do.
Well, Tessa, thank you so much. I've enjoyed talking to you. I'm glad that you're fitting right in. And that's all that we have today for Let's Talk Valdosta.
Thank you for having me.